Welcome back to my channel, the Maths Explorers, where in this video we will be learning about fractions, decimals, and percentages. So, let's dive into the video. Let's start with proper fractions. A proper fraction is a fraction where the numerator, or the top number, is less than the denominator, or the bottom number. For example, 2/5 is a proper fraction because 2 is less than 5. This represents a part of a whole, where the whole is divided into more parts than we have. Proper fractions are always less than 1. They are used to represent values that are smaller than a whole unit. Next, we have improper fractions. An improper fraction occurs when the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. For instance, 7/4 is an improper fraction because 7 is greater than 4. Improper fractions can be converted into mixed numbers, which we'll cover in the next section. They are useful in calculations and can represent values greater than or equal to 1. Mixed numbers combine a whole number with a proper fraction. For example, 2/3/4 is a mixed number. It means you have 2 whole units plus an additional 3/4 of another unit. To convert an improper fraction to a mixed number, divide the numerator by the denominator. The quotient is the whole number part, and the remainder becomes the new numerator of the proper fraction. 4/7/4, dividing 7 by 4 gives 1 with a remainder of 3, so 7/4 is the same as 1/3/4. To convert a mixed number back to an improper fraction, multiply the whole number by the denominator, then add the numerator. 4/2/3/4, it's 2 times 4 plus 3, giving us 11, so 2/3/4 becomes 11/4. Moving on to decimals. Decimals are another way to represent fractions, especially those with denominators of 10, 100, 1000, and so on. They are written with a decimal point separating the whole number from the fractional part. For example, 0.75 is a decimal. This represents 75/100, which simplifies to 3/Q4. To convert a fraction to a decimal, divide the numerator by the denominator. 4/3/4, dividing 3 by 4 gives 0.75. Let's discuss recurring decimals. These are decimals where a digit or group of digits repeats infinitely. For instance, 1/3 is 0.333, where the 3 repeats endlessly. We write this as 0.3, with a dot or a line above the repeating unit, in this case, 3. To convert a recurring decimal to a fraction, let's use 0.3 as an example. Set x is equal to 0.3. Multiply both sides by 10 to get 10x, which equals to 3.3. Subtract x from 10x to get 9x, which equals to 3. Solving for x, we find that x is equal to 1/3. Finally, percentages are a way to express a number as a fraction of 100. For example, 25% means 25 out of 100, which is the fraction 25/100, simplifying to 1/4. To convert a percentage to a decimal, divide by 100. So, 75% becomes 0.75. To convert a decimal to a percentage, multiply by 100. Thus, 0.85 becomes 85%. Percentages are handy for comparing values, calculating discounts, and understanding proportions. And that wraps up our comprehensive guide to fractions, decimals, recurring decimals, and percentages. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more educational content.